Hello everyone, I am back, and like I promised, I'm here to show you how I get a really flawless coverage with my foundation from Younique. I am using the Liquid Touch in the shade, oops, upside down, in the shade Organza. And this is the most perfect color for me. I've tried velour, I've tried a couple other different things, and this is like the perfect thing for me, okay? But first, before we do anything else, I like to use my eye serum, and that just makes sure everything is tightened up and everything is nice and moisturized before I put primer and then makeup on my skin, okay? So first I'm going to do that. And this is available in the collection, I think the Skin in the Game, possibly. Sorry, my kid came in. Okay, so just a little bit in your hand goes a long way. I'm going to get a little bit around my eyes. And I never really had a whole lot of wrinkles to begin with, so I didn't notice a huge difference in that. But what I noticed a big difference in was the like the puffiness around my eyes, like right in here, and then the dark circles around my eyes. So this really helped with that. Okay. And it does go on like an oil, but it does not make my skin oily. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. Oh, you know what? A little bit more. I put it all over. I love this stuff. You'll love it too. A little bit right in here. And I'm sure you've seen the pictures from like Pinterest and I don't know, other articles where the uplift was used. Especially on like the backs of women's hands, where, you know, like from washing dishes and stuff. And it really does help with diminishing the fine lines and wrinkles from that. And also, if there's any left over with mine, I put it on my belly. For after having children, actually, there we go. I had too much. For after having children, I have a little bit of wrinkling happen in there, and it actually does really help diminish those lines too, but I'm not quite ready to show you that yet. And you can also put it on the backs of your, on your cuticles. It does help with that as well. So you're not getting any waste from this product, so it's not like I have to go wash my hands, you know, before I do anything else. Make sure everything is rubbed in good. Okay, after that, I always moisturize. I'm out of my Younique moisturizer, so I'm just going to use what I have on hand. Not important. You do what you gotta do. And it doesn't really matter what type of product you're using. If you don't moisturize, you will not get a full coverage anything, okay? I promise you. Moisturized skin, especially this time of year, it's so important that you moisturize your skin. Okay. Alright, so while that is setting in, I'm going to talk to you about what I'm going to use next. Alright, I'm making a mess here. I'm going to use the Glorious Face and Eye Primer from Younique. This stuff is awesome for giving you kind of a smooth finish, closing up your pores, keeping oil at bay. It is phenomenal. I love this stuff. I've used a lot of different primers over the years. I've used high-end primers. I've used drugstore primers. This is where it's at right here. It's in the Skin in the Game collection also. Alright. And just a teeny tiny bit will do it. Oops, here we go. Like that. I mean, a teeny tiny bit is going to do my entire face. And it goes on velvety smooth. Closes up those pores, gives you a nice even canvas to work with. And I know this seems like a whole lot of steps to go through, but I promise you, if you do things in this order, you'll be glad you did. And obviously before you start, you want to cleanse your face. I think I forgot to mention that part, but I just took a shower. So I did cleanse my face. And here's another a little tip for the glorious. If you get too much out in your hand, which I always do, put it on the little baby hairs around your face, and it'll kind of tame those down. Look at that. All better. All right. So that's done. Now, on to the liquid foundation, the liquid gold. I love, 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 love this stuff. I cannot say enough good things about this. It goes on liquid. It dries to a matte powder. I love this stuff. You have to have this. This also comes in the Skin in the Game collection. Everything in that collection is priced at a 30% discount. You cannot go wrong getting this stuff. I love, love, love it. I'm using organza. And I use my, whoops, dropped it. I use my blusher brush. It's just an angled brush. Very dense, very soft. Awesome brush. And there is, Younique is saying to put the drops on the back of your hand and then swipe your brush through it. I haven't quite mastered that technique yet, so I'm going to show you the way I do it. I just drop it on my brush. This is actually not the best method to do this because, well, it's just not. Just trust me. I'm running out of areas to put stuff in. Alright. And then just kind of pop it on. Pop it on your face in different areas. And then just swirl it in. And you can already see that the redness on my face is starting to disappear. This is terrible lighting, but I promise it is. And I do everywhere. I do all over my eyelids. I do up on my forehead. I do down my neck. Oops, didn't get enough. Put a little bit more on. I always get too much or not enough. I guess one day I'll get it right. Pop across the forehead. Now, why am I using a brush? Okay. For me, and probably for a lot of people, you find that if you put it on your fingers, you feel like you're just moving it around your face and you're not actually like putting it on your skin to stay. I totally feel like that. So I find it, I get better coverage. I get better coverage if I use a brush, okay? And it's not gonna hurt your brush because actually I'm gonna go back in with this brush later and do another step. This brush will be completely clean after my application. Alright, so just right away, oops, that hair was attached. So right away, I mean, look at that. Flawless coverage already. And I haven't even done concealer yet, bronzer, blush. I haven't done any of that yet. And we're already like totally evened out tone. Amazing. Now I'm going to go back in with my organza, my concealer. And I just kind of pop it on the back of my hand. I don't use it in a whole lot of areas. This is not the one that I'm using like for brightening up around here. I just use this to kind of even out tone like right around here, right around my nose. And I do use the same color as my liquid foundation. Take a little beauty bud, blend that bad boy in. And there's no reason why you can't use it around your eyes, just kind of like right up there. Now if I were using a brightener, I would go down and then back and highlight all that area right here. But I'm not. I'm not today. Maybe another video. And then right around here, have a little breakout action and happening right there. And then just kind of pop that bad guy on. Okay, this is where we're at so far. Okay, done with that part. Alright, so the next I go with my Beachfront bronzer. And you can see it's two-tone. This side is shimmery. Camera's not really picking that up. But it's shimmery, and then this side is matte. Okay? And it's like super, super, super pigmented. So all I do, I go back within that same brush, and I literally like just tap. I mean, that is all you need. And then I go right down, right under that area. Now remember, wherever you put your brush first, that's where you're going to deposit the most color, okay? So, right under there, pop, right there. Okay? You see that? A little definition. And then pop it again. And then right here, same side, pop. Now, why do I use the bronzer for a contour? I find that it's easier to work with. You can go back in with a BB cream or, I don't know, another foundation color or something. I think this is easier. I feel like powder is easier to work with than a liquid would be, at least for me, for my skin. And I haven't blended anything in yet. Go into the top right here, right across the top. Okay, and now from here, what we're going to do is an E3 method. So if you're looking at me backwards, this part will be E and then 3. So you're going to take a little bit more product, and then right here up, and then down under the cheek, and then down under the neck, okay? And then make a 3 down, and then down. You're just contouring the areas that normally would give you a little bit of problem, like that double chin right here that I got happening. I have really, really round cheeks. I want to contour that. And I go back in with my big fluffy brush. It's a powder puff brush. This might be out of stock, I'm not sure. Really, really full, really dense, lots of bristles. Go back in and just kind of swirl that up using a very light hand, because I don't want to take it off my face. I want to just kind of swirl it in. Okay? I don't want an orange Oompa Loompa line. I want to make it look like it belongs there. And then right across the top here, pull that hair back. Bronzer can be awesome. Bronzer can also be very, very scary, and it can make you look like an Oompa Loompa. So be very careful when you use it. I'm going to go back in with the shimmery side. A little bit of product there. Tap it off. And then I'm going to use this actually for a little bit of, for a little bit of blush. I mean, I have a blush here, and I probably will use it too, but just right across the tops of my cheeks. Very, very light hand. It's very, very pigmented. It will last you forever. Just right across the top of my cheeks there. Same thing on the other side. Then you can even go back in with your powder puff and kind of clean that up too. Blend those lines in. And then where the sun would naturally hit my face, I go back in with that shiny part again. And then just kind of go up and then down. Right down through there. I don't have an orange line. I'm just making a little bit of attention, like right here in the center of my face where the light would hit it. Okay? And just because this is a full coverage look, I am going to go back in with my blush. This is a Younique Moonstruck Mineral Blusher, and I am using the shade Sweet. Very, very perfect pink color. I love this. Huge pan. You get a huge, huge pan. You need a teeny tiny bit. Clean that brush off a little bit, and then pop it in there. Whoops, a little bit more. And then right across the top of your cheek. See how pretty that is? Love that. Right across the top of the other one. What happens if you get too much blush? You can go back in with the powder puff brush and then kind of clean it up, because I always get too much on the second side. I don't know why. Kind of clean it up a little bit. Alright. Okay, alright, so this is my full coverage look with Younique. Complete with bronzer. Here we go. And the full foundation look. There is absolutely no redness whatsoever left. Everything is flawlessly covered. I highly, highly, highly recommend every product that I use. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Bye.